Every now and again that magic happens and you take your deer the very first time you sit your stand. More often than not though, this is not the case. Maybe you're hunting bone and all you see are does. Maybe you're not even seeing those. You can even climb in your stand in the morning and smell that smell and realize that that buck you were after is simply no longer available to offer you a shot. Whatever the case may be, it pays to stay mobile. The pressure on these public tracks can be substantial and it can really alter the deer movement patterns. And they'll alter their movement patterns naturally as fall progresses with the changing food sources. I like to continue scouting every chance I get during the season. The bucks will start leaving sign as the rut approaches, rubs, scrapes, and you don't want to stay tied to the same tree all year long if it's not producing for you. So get out there in the woods and keep looking. You never know when you're going to trip on that hot spot. A thorough knowledge of the area you're hunting gained through scouting can leave your options open if you find you're not seeing animals you want to target, or if you find other hunters are using the areas you've chosen. As fall and the pre-rut approached, I began to spot little buck. And while this one did everything he could to tease me into shooting him, again, he wasn't the animal I was looking for. Eventually, he moved on, and so did I. Older, mature bucks on pressure tracks can get very reclusive during the pre-rut. I picked a secluded laurel thicket, 1.5 miles from the nearest road. Long pre-dawn hikes away from the majority of the deer herd may not seem like a premier destination to some. But if you're after one of these old ghosts of the woodland who's seen about every trick in the book, that's where you're going to need to be. Shoot. I got up extra early this morning, hiked way back in here. I was hoping to catch this buck coming off the field a couple 100 yards down that way, working his way back up this ridge into the thicket where he's been bedding. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. I would have stayed longer, but the wind's not right. It's blowing straight back into the thicket. Chances are this deer's already winded me. He probably came in around a different direction. I've been hunting this deer for several years now. And this is his standard MO. Rip up the laurel thicket that he likes to bed in. I would say it took quite a bit of force to kill this laurel. I've only ever seen this deer twice, and both times were during the rut. 3 years ago, I saw him as a mainframe 8 with a lot of mass, and he was following a doe up the backside of this ridge. Didn't see him the year after that, and then last year I saw him at about 45 yards, half a mile down on the other side of the area. Mainframe 10, thick main beams. And again, mid-November, following a doe. I wanted to take a run in his bed because tomorrow the black powder season opens and this deer is sure to be underground. Hopefully I'll see him again this year during the rut. You'll usually only get one hunt out of these spots without tipping your hand to the buck. If you don't get him that first time, it pays to have a few other locations scouted where you can go and try for a different animal. So for now, It's time to head out, and I'm gonna hope to catch this guy running does. To view previous installments of this web series and to catch new episodes as soon as they air, be sure to visit me on the web at camochairproductions.com.